Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a...
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Deshaun Jackson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Fields on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Dancing to his left. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Throwing again is Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Rodgers now on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Rodgers
again now. And he'll they'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to give to Jones.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now it's Rodgers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Dillon will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Takes it at the 7. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Hey, take 26. 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
You got 58.
Up the middle, Jones. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Going deep for Montgomery. And this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
Escaping the pressure right.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. A give to Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
The tackle by Robert Quinn. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Rodgers throwing here. Flush to his right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
first down. They run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, this game, it was well in hand.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give up about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. So turn it up a little louder, turn it up a little louder, turn it